Hi everyone, Heather Leopard is here, and I want to show you how I created this snowy winter wonderland layout. So I started by cutting out some snowflakes out of white cardstock, and I'm also using the Elle Studio November 2018 kit, so it's got all sorts of wintry wonderland and even Christmassy type of themes going on. So I took these snowflakes that I cut out using my Silhouette Cameo and started placing them around the page, kind of in a side or in a diagonal type of position here. And once I had them on there, I realized I needed to soften up the background a little bit. So I used some white shimmery Heidi Swap spray there and just sprayed it. And once it was dried, then I went ahead and cut out my photo. And you can see that the mist kind of left the paper all wrinkly, but I do fix that at the end, so you'll have to wait and see kind of how that transforms there at the end to flatten it back out. But once it was dry, I laid my photo on there and then started layering the snowflakes back on. And so you can see how it kind of glistens now, kind of like the snow would in real life, with the sun shining down upon it and all the freshly fallen snow. Now that I've got all of the snowflakes put down where I want them, I'm going to go ahead and add some journaling. So I found this paper here that's got these lines on it that I thought would be just perfect for journaling. So I, of course, wanted to have the white to kind of pop off the background, but I wanted to include some pink there. So I left a little edge of the pink whenever I cut it at the bottom. And yeah, so I just added some paper strips there. I still have to figure out what I'm going to put on them, but I went ahead and cut them in different sizes. And now I am just doing some layering behind the photos. So I wanted to get something that would pop and bring in some additional color. So I added that pink and kind of dark pink or red polka dot there. And as I'm rifling through it, I see these cute little wood veneer snow globes, and I just had to add that one there. And now I'm just looking through all the other bits and pieces and elements of the kit, trying to pull in some of the blue color and more of the pink. And so I've got a couple of cute little things there. There's some great snowflake embellishments both in the die cut packs but also in this wood veneer. So I pulled a few of those out and just randomly kind of placed them on a couple of snowflakes. But there's also that really cute little snow globe. So if I could have, I would have like done an entire page on the snow globes because they're just so adorable. But I also wanted to hoard them for some other projects. But that's a great thing about this kit is there's several different sizes. So there's a lot of variety that you can use on several projects. Next, I wanted to include this kind of dark color to help the photo pop off the page a little bit more. I felt like it was a little hidden. So that blue just kind of sets it aside away from that teal color. So I'm just going to adhere these down. And I also decided during that these cards were really cute, and it would be nice to make the title out of one of these cards. So I pulled out this adventure card, super cute little card here. It's actually got notes too, so if I want to add some additional journaling, I can. And so now it's just time to go ahead and get these cute little snowflakes down. I used some liquid adhesive because I was afraid that the tape runner adhesive would not adhere well to the mist on the background, even though it was dry. Sometimes I have a problem with tape runner adhesive, so I find just using some liquid really helps seal the deal there. So I'm just going to go ahead and get those down. I also popped up at that upper left hand snowflake. You can see I used a foam dot and popped up a snowflake made out of that same background color. And then now I'm just gonna get the rest of these snowflakes down. I just put a little dab of liquid glue in the middle just because I knew I was going to be adding these elements, and even though I like how everything's laid out, I wanted to have a little bit of wiggle room, and I will go back to them later if I need to and add some additional adhesive, but I think they're pretty well set. I do like this one adhesive that I'm using because it gives me a little bit of wiggle room to move things around and adjust it as needed before it completely sets in. I do use tape runner on this because I didn't want to leave lumps underneath the journaling spots, and sometimes the liquid adhesive can get a little bit lumpy in how it dries. So now I'm just adjusting things, and I'm going to put some foam adhesive. I get these strips of foam adhesive from the local craft store. I actually got these from Amazon. I'll put the link down below. But they've got adhesive on one side, and then I just add additional adhesive, liquid adhesive on the other side. And it just helps the photo pop, and I'm not using a whole lot of individual foam dots, which to me are just harder to manage. And so then, in order to make a pocket for my journaling, I use some of the same foam adhesive and just cut strips. So you can see I've got the card there to give me a guide for where I need the strips. So I add the strips on each of the sides. And then I'm also going to add any additional foam that's needed to support the rest of the layers there. So I put one down in that bottom corner, and then I remove the card and add some liquid adhesive so that I could adhere it to the page. And again, this adhesive is nice. It lets me move it around just a little bit. And while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm going to add some phrase stickers. They're kind of seasonal phrase stickers. They've got some holiday themed, and then they've got just some wintry snow themed type of phrases on it. So they're really cute. So I'll add some down here with the journaling spots that I made, another one right under the photo, and then this one up here at the top. And then I just slip that little card in and make a little adjustment there because it was kind of covering that phrase sticker. And now I'm going to add that snow globe. And I get a little fidgety here with the snowflake for some reason. I know nobody but me will be able to tell that it wasn't just perfect. So I make those adjustments, and then I'll add the snow globe using some foam dots. And since I had added some foam to the layers as well as to the photo, I had to add a couple of layers of foam dots. So I just took 2 of the circle foams and just stacked them on each other. And then next I've got these acrylic hearts. So I thought that up at the top it really needed to draw out some more of the pink, and same at the bottom. So I added these hearts, and to adhere those to the page I used some glue dots. I just cut some glue dots in half with my scissors and then just adhered them around the edge. And then here's the magic trick to help with the mist and the paper that was kind of wonky. I just spray some water onto the back, and I just let it sit there for a couple of minutes, and it actually flattens out. So it's like magic. But anyways, that is it for my layout. I hope that you have enjoyed this process video with me, and I hope to see you around soon. Thanks so much for stopping by today.